Hello and welcome to Clouding the Senses. I'm Valadar, I'm the host, and today we are going to be covering wood. Yes, get your minds out of the gutter. I'm talking about dead tree. Now, wood is a very versatile material, and therefore it's no surprise that it's been used for a lot of purposes in the vaping industry. And so we're going to start looking at some of them right now. And obviously you've got your basic box. And the box, well, I guess it's easier to make a custom box out of wood. And by that, I don't mean the general box mod. I mean the actual case for your box mod. It's a lot easier to make than it would be to make your own personal custom shell out of stamped metal or steel. But there's also various types and colors of wood that you can use when, for whatever purpose that you use it for. Different stains can bring out different effects upon the same kinds of wood. And then there's also how you use it. This, for example, is very simply just a sheath of wood that's been wood burned around the device. Then you have, let's just stop and look at this one for a few. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's just simply lathed wood, but wow, that's yeah. And the thing is, even major manufacturers are coming into the whole wood thing, like this Camry 100. And it's not just your mod that could be wood. Yes, that is a tank. That is a tank with a wood frame around the actual tank itself, which implies to me that it's most likely a veneer as opposed to actually, hard, solid wood. And, burl. Yes, that is a very pretty wood there. The other thing that can be done is if you use wood, you can use it to emphasize your inspiration for your creation, like this coffin mod, the vampire. Now, there are some other pros and cons to using wood. One of the biggest cons is that it is in fact more fragile. So, if you've got a Hammond box, you know that if you drop it, the box isn't going to break. Stuff inside might come loose or break, but it's not going to break the actual metal box that you use. Meanwhile, if you've got a pine box, it's lighter, and if you drop it on the corner, it might split the actual physical box all the way up. And finally, if it's not properly sealed or shellacked or finished, how many people get drips of juice around their atty? Yeah, that's going to sink into the wood. It's going to stain. It's going to have a problem. Yes, wood isn't necessarily that fragile, but it is more fragile than a metal box. It is more malleable. And if it's not properly stained or finished, it will build up some ugly stuff. And if it's not properly stained and finished, it also might not be waterproof in case it actually leaks onto the box and goes inside there. However, there is no doubt that a properly finished, properly decorated box is gorgeous. And look at that lathed device we saw earlier, and that wood burl. It can be gorgeous. It just has its own issues. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to open up the door and let the cats back in and start up some music, and we'll open up the flow. Be back.